Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Cyber Reviews. In my last video, I reviewed the Sony A5100 and I promised to show you some accessories that you can use to get the most out of the Sony A5100 mirrorless camera. Now what I'm going to show you can be used for any kind of mirrorless camera, whether the Sony A6400, even a Nikon or a Canon mirrorless camera. Okay, so without wasting my time, let's get right into the video. Cue the intro. Have you ever felt? Are you listening? Pum 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 pum. Yeah. All right. So, the intro didn't play. Okay, let's play the intro now.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Cyber Reviews, and today I'm going to show you certain affordable accessories that you can use for your Sony mirrorless camera, be it the A51, A6400, 6300, 6600, whatever mirrorless camera you use. I think that these ones would be really good for you to have. So first of all, we have this Zoom Z818 tripod, and this tripod is really great. It's an excellent tripod for beginners. It's something that you can use if you're a content creator, you're a YouTuber, you make videos. It's lightweight, it's portable, it's made of aluminium and alloy. It's an aluminum alloy combination. Now the reason why I like this tripod is, you can use it turned upside down like this for overhead shots. So for product reviews and stuff like that, I do mobile phone reviews. So if I just want to show my hands and maybe doing an unboxing, I just mount it this way on the desk and then I place my camera here. Once I place my camera here, I'm able to record. And if you don't want it and you want it in the normal way, you can just flip the legs like this. And once you flip the legs, you would be able to have access to how you use it normally. And then, you can place the camera right there. And once you place the camera at the top, you can, begin to record. And the good thing is, it comes with a ball head. And this helps you to get those really smooth, parts. So with just one finger, you can see how I'm able to rotate the head really slowly, and it gives you this kind of cinematic slow motion b-rolls that a lot of professional phone reviewers and YouTube people do. So that is another good reason why you should get the Zoom Z818 tripod, and you can get it for just $96 on Amazon. Another thing too you can do is to actually take the middle portion out, and when you take the middle portion out, you can turn it into a monopod that you can use for your video, so as a standalone monopod. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below, not just for this tripod but for all the accessories that I'm going to be talking about today. If you already have a tripod though and you don't have a fluid head, then I would recommend this Andorra fluid head tripod. Okay, so you mount it on your tripod if it's compatible, and what it allows you to do is to also get that really slow cinematic footage, especially when you're panning. And I do a lot of motion tracking in my videos so that I can incorporate text and other elements in my video. So having this kind of tripod head allows you to get a very smooth footage that you can easily motion track in After Effects. All right, so I'll leave a link of this one in the description below. All these things you can get on Amazon for very, very cheap prices. Next is the 19 feet lapel microphone by Boya. It's a BY M1 lapel mic, and I really like this thing. That's what I'm using actually for recording this audio. So I bought two of it, and what I'm getting from it is, so I bought two of it, and when you buy it, they also add a little tripod for your smartphone that you can use. They have two of it actually in the box, and then it also has the muffler, which reduces the noise from the wind or the fan or any kind of ambient noise. And then you would also get a carry case. You can get this for just $20, and it really improves the quality of your audio. People can forgive bad lighting, they can forgive bad picture quality, but they would never forgive bad audio. So do yourself a favor, get yourself the BY-M1 Boya lapel mic for just $20. The next accessory I'm going to recommend that you get is a power bank, and this particular power bank is a 26,800 milliamp hour power bank by RAV Power. It's a very durable power bank. I use a lot of RAV Power products. They are wireless chargers, different power banks from RAV Power, and this one is no exception. It's really steady. I've used it for over 2 years. Very good build quality. It comes in different colors. This particular one is not USB Type C, it's a micro USB, but there's a later model which is USB Type C, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below. It has 3 ports for your USB, and the reason why you need a power bank is because of the next accessory I'm going to talk about, which is a dummy battery. Now, like I said, I use a Sony A5100, and one of the challenges or one of the cons of using the Sony A5100, if you watch my previous video, is that the battery doesn't really last long. So I have 2 spare batteries, okay, and that's one of the accessories I would recommend that you buy spare batteries, and also buy a battery charging pack for just $23. But if you really want to record forever without worrying about battery, then you need a dummy battery. So a dummy battery is like this, but it has a cable attached to it, and then you connect it to your camera and you connect it to a power source, which preferably, or which I'm recommending that you use a RAV Power 26,800 milliamp hour power bank, because that can last you like almost the whole day, especially when you're on the go or when the electricity goes off. You can still continue filming your videos. Now, if you want to do any kind of live streaming, I just got to know that you can't record directly from your camera to your PC or to your TV. You need a capture card. So there are many kinds of capture cards on the market, but one of the leading brands is called Elgato, and the Elgato capture card is $123 on Amazon, but you can get different types. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below, and this allows you to output the video in whatever format your camera is able to record. So my Sony A5100 goes up to a max of 1080p, so I'm able to capture video in 1080p, and then I'm able to do my live stream on it. I haven't done a lot of live streams on the Cyber Reviews channel, but I have another channel where I do trainings for event vendors, and I do that over the end. It has space for you to even add a microphone, so which is really good, because like I said, my Sony A5100 doesn't have space for an external microphone, and the workings of a capture card are very detailed, so I will not be able to go through all that. But if you want to learn how to do live stream with your camera using a capture card, let me know in the comments below, and I'm going to do a separate video on that one. Now, the next thing that I would recommend is a SanDisk, at least 128 or 256 gig SD card, and these ones are extremely fast. It writes very quickly to the SD card, and recording video takes up a lot of space, especially when you record 1080p videos. If you record like 4K, a minute can be as huge as 500 megabytes or 5 gig or whatever, depending on the quality of the camera and depending on the quality of the footage that you're shooting. So we realize that if you do a video which is like 10 minutes long, you are going to have a very huge size, and very soon your laptop is going to get full if you don't want to be deleting your footage, and which I don't recommend that you delete your footage, because you might be able to use it in your next couple of videos. So get yourself a lot of these things. So for a very small price, you'll be able to get this SanDisk Extreme SD card on Amazon. Please make sure that when you're buying, you buy one which has very high write speeds, okay? Else it would have issues with your camera. Sometimes you'd be recording, if you don't buy those with high write speeds, you would be recording, and what you see is that the recording would stop, or you would be having to format it all the time. So I'm going to leave a link in the description so that you get it. Now, the next thing that I'm going to talk about that you need is a lens. Obviously, when you buy a camera, if it doesn't come with a lens, it's body only, and so they are kit lens, but the lens I'm using is an FE 1.8 50mm Sony lens, and it's a really sweet lens because it enables you to get really shallow depth of field. So, and the autofocus is very good, so like very fast autofocus, and The good thing about it is for the kind of videos I do, if you want to separate the subject from the background, then this kind of lens is what you need. Else you can get a wider lens which has also a very good shallow depth of field. And this lens is also really good at night, and like I said, the autofocus is very, very fast. And the next thing that you need is something to carry your camera in, okay, so that it doesn't damage, it doesn't become dirty and all that. And one of the brands which is really, really, really good is Lowepro. Now, Lowepro makes camera bags for all kinds of cameras, and so with just about $40 you can get a Lowepro Adventurer SH 160 or different models, and these ones are really, 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 really good. Apart from the camera, you can pack a lot of the accessories in it, okay, and it's easy to carry, it's lightweight, the build quality is good, the zips don't get stuck and all that, so I recommend the Lowepro. Now the next thing you need to do is to get a softbox. So like right now I'm using different lighting, so there's this one behind me, it's a softbox kit, and it's not so expensive. These things are not expensive at all. You can, for $55 you can get some, and it makes like a world of difference between when you are recording your videos. So if I were to turn it off, you'd notice, and if I turn it on, you'd notice even for the subjects that I'm recording, so if I turn it on, you can see how sweet it makes it versus if I turn it off. It even helps your camera with focusing and all that. So it's a really good accessory to get. I'm going to leave a link in the description for that one as well. So those are the accessories that I would recommend getting for I forgot to put on the lights. Yeah, so those are the accessories that I would recommend that you get for your Sony A5100, A6400, A6300. Of course, the A6400 has a mic input, so you might not necessarily need a lavalier lapel mic, but you can actually put your mic on top of your camera. I don't have it, so this is what I use, and you can still always get a lapel mic for when you don't have the budget for a mic, a shotgun mic, which goes on your camera. Those are the best for me. Let me know what your top accessories are. What cameras do you also use? What accessories do you use? All right, so if you're new to my channel, I do mobile phone reviews, mobile app reviews, and I bring to you affordable gadgets to help you make an informed decision whenever you're making a purchase. So if you like that kind of content, please click on the subscribe button, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks, Pepper.